Hi everybody, Dr. Zach here, and I've got a quick public service announcement for you. Now, this is going directly to the people that feel like with all of the different COVID restrictions, the extension of the emergency order by Governor Polis this last week, this is for the people that are feeling like maybe there's been an overstep of authority and the authority's been abused, and maybe we need to start reducing restrictions instead of increasing or continuing the restrictions that are going on. And so for those of you that feel like everything is going well, disregard this. I don't want to stir up any fire or create any kind of conflict in that. But for those of you that are feeling like, man, this has gone on long enough. Enough is enough. It's time for us to kind of start getting back to being able to do the things that we could do before, to get together, see each other face to face, to be able to go shopping and not have to cover ourselves up, to be able to get our kids back into school, to get back into athletic activities and other kind of social activities, to bring some of that back. For those of you that are ready to see that change, I think that there's a way that we can go about making that happen. And I'm going to liken this to the current restrictions that are continually being handed down. Governor Polis, God bless him. I pray for him every day. But since COVID started, there's been almost 200 executive orders that he's written, which means I think he's got a little pen happiness going on. He's writing stuff down and kind of exceeding, I think, what should be his normal scope of influence. He by extending the emergency order, he basically is the one in charge of the entire state and making all the decisions that take place. He overrides the normal legislative process. And I liken that to being kind of a schoolyard bully that has exercised a little bit of authority and realizes, hey, I own people. I can get them to do whatever I want them to do, and it starts to get out of control. And how do you deal with that? Well, from my perspective is we have to stand up. We have to stand up and say, no, enough is enough. Let's stop this already. And how do we do that? Well, I think there's power in numbers. If we make our voice heard, if we take certain actions and we start getting it to where we get to a tipping point or a certain threshold where instead of us being that one person that's out there defying things, that we have numbers that start saying, we're all starting to get fed up with this and we're tired of it. And I came across a campaign a couple days ago and I decided, you know what, let's join this thing. Let's see if we can actually create some momentum and increase the impact of it. So it basically is this September 15th, no more masks, in this nonsense. And again, this is just for the people that feel like we're maybe being bullied. There's too much authority that's being exercised over us and we're giving up too many of our abilities just to make our own decisions about our own health care, our own medical decisions, our own education system with our kids, all the different stuff that's going on. So this is September 15th. If you're watching this live, that's tomorrow. But what this is that if we can get enough of us to show up wherever we are and say we've had enough and to put our masks down, to toss them out, to say we're done with this. Instead of businesses being able to say, you know what, we're not going to let anybody in here without a mask. If they got 20 people at the door, all of a sudden they're going to have to start rethinking this. Is this something that we're willing to walk away from this much business from? So again, I'm not saying, hey, let's all become defiant and rebels with this, but I'm going to invite you, if you want, to let your voice be heard, let your opinion be known, just by taking some action. Join in with me. I haven't been wearing masks at all anyway, but for joining with us to end some of the nonsense by letting our face be exposed and let our voice be heard again as an act of saying it's time for us to restore the proper order of things in our state and our country. So if you're willing to join that, I'll send the link with a little copy of this that you can actually forward to everybody that you want as well. The momentum, if we can get more people sharing this, the more people involved, the greater impact we have, the greater likelihood that it's going to make a difference. So if you want to join us, I'm excited about having you do that, and be sure to share this with as many people as you can. Till next time, God bless you. This is Dr. Zach.